Sample, baby. No, you know.
Not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight.
Gervonta Tank Davis just showed up at Manny Pacquiao's training camp days before the Filipino legend's highly awaited clash with Mario Barrios. The two fighters, who once shared the same weight division spotlight, greeted each other with mutual respect. But Davis didn't come empty-handed. Sources inside the camp say Tank offered Pacquiao first-hand insight into Barrios' style, weaknesses, and tendencies, drawing from his own experience knocking out the towering Texan in 2021. According to insiders, Davis didn't hold back, telling Manny exactly where to hit and when to move in what some are calling a powerful show of solidarity between generations.
I was talking to somebody about Manny coming back fighting Mario Barrios.
Ouch.
And this was the analogy I gave. Your timing it slows down. That's time. Time slows you down. And so to me, I think Manny has to come out very strong, very fast in the first couple of rounds because his gas tank ain't what it used to be. At 46 years old, you come out and let's just say hypothetically your gas is half full at 46 years old. I'd rather try to use that half tank
when I got something
in 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And really get off on this kid because he has the kind of style. Styles make fights. He's got the perfect style for Manny to do what he do. But the further that fight goes, the more that's gonna go down. He ain't young no more when it does this. It ain't gonna do this no more. It ain't gonna go down and then come back up. He not gonna create space, take a deep breath, and that thing shoot up the way it used to. He ain't gonna do that, you know?
Pacquiao, now 46, had reunited with Freddie Roach and his longtime coaching staff, reactivating the same inner circle that fueled his rise to 8-division domination. Though with measured intensity, mindful of the weight of the past 4 years.
Pacquiao in the winner.
Well, look, Freddie, I appreciate your time.
Manny's wife will get mad at me for saying that.
You're trying to drag him back out.
No, 'cause I talked to Manny on the phone, and he wants to fight one more time.
He wants to fight one more time.
He does.
Against not an exhibition, a professional fight.
He wants a real fight.
Who right now, though, could he fight?
We have. I haven't let him choose anyone yet, but the thing is, it's just his heart has. He said he wants one more fight, and then his wife calls me up and says, "Don't let him fight, don't let him fight." And I try to be on her side and so forth. But like when a man in the sport wants to fight, you know, sometimes he's gonna fight. Yeah, I agree with you. He's gonna fight, and you know who? It doesn't matter.
In a recent interview, Mario Barrios reflected on his upcoming bout with Manny Pacquiao, drawing key comparisons to his past opponent, Tank Davis. Barrios acknowledged Pacquiao's size and speed, saying, "They're both small. Both have great feet, great hand speed." While Barrios has enjoyed a height advantage throughout his career, he respects Pacquiao's history of overcoming taller fighters.
Yeah, you know, very unserious, but yeah, man. I mean, I know he's gonna bring it whenever we step in there, and but yeah, right now all the media, everything, you know, it's fun, you know, it's all smiles, but both of us, man.
When you first got to the pay-per-view level, there was like an adjustment period. You had to get used to it, and was there any nerves up there? Because this is even another level than the Tank fight and the Thurman fight.
Nah, no nerves. Like how you said, you know, I think those fights, you know, have only, you know, prepared me, you know, for this level. And now, you know, doing like all this media stuff, like, I mean, I've always hated this, right? I still do, but I've definitely, you know, gotten a lot more comfortable with it, or just used to it.
All right, guys. Last question, guys.
The Tank fight
that you learned with the slick, fast southpaw with lightning fast hands. What do you think you can take from your experience with Tank and apply it to Manny?
I think I could take a lot from that fight, actually, man. You know, like the way Tank, you know, you use the way he closes his distance. You know, the way, you know, like he worked off his speed. You know,
When asked about the friendly energy during their face-off, Barrios noted that Pacquiao has a light-hearted demeanor outside the ring, but turns serious inside it. He's very unserious, but when we step in there, I know he's going to bring it. Drawing from his experience with Tank Davis, Barrios emphasized how Tank's ability to close distance and explode with speed taught him crucial lessons which he now aims to apply against Pacquiao.
Yeah. You're a lot bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was gonna be a height difference regardless. I've been dealing with that my whole career. I mean, I started pro at 122, so I mean, I've always had, you know, like the height advantage on most of the guys I have fought. But I mean, you know, it's still dangerous. You know, he has fought, you know, plenty of people with my height before, and they're very successful. So I mean, I know, like, it's just, yeah, I just gotta go in there and do what I'm training for.
Mario, you know, I can't recall who said it, but they said once Pacquiao gets you smiling, it's like he's got you or something. And you guys were sharing a lot of smiles. What do you think about that, man?
I don't know, man. I feel like I knew the face-off just, you know, being in front of it. I've been seeing a face-off people since I was a kid. You know, he's a very unserious person, but he's very serious when he steps in the ring.
Barrios stressed he's fully prepared for war. It's kill or be killed. Recalling Pacquiao's bruising loss to Yadenis Yugas, he made it clear he's ready to go that far if needed. Training hard with his team over the last few weeks, Barrios believes all his past fights have built him for this moment. Manny Pacquiao has made it clear he's open to a showdown with Davis once he secures a win over Mario Barrios. In a November 2023 interview, Pacquiao said, "Davis is a good fighter. If he comes up to 147, then we can fight." Showing serious interest. Most recently, his advisor Shaw Gibbons reiterated that a Pacquiao versus Davis bout would be a dream fight and that Pacquiao could even offer Davis a shot at the WBC title at 147 pounds. Pacquiao emphasized he's not scared of anybody, making it clear he's ready to take on elite opponents, even young knockout artists like Tank.
They keep mentioning Gervonta Davis. They keep talking about Gervonta Davis as a possible fight, Manny. You like that fight? Because he's little, like, he's your size.
I like that. I like that. I mean, I like that, but, you know, it's finish first, this one, because this one is a taller champion like that. So I have a lot of things to do in training camp.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan has indeed praised Gervonta Tank Davis's boxing style, calling him a challenging and captivating fighter to watch. Recently on his podcast, he remarked that
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive, and he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
But, you know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch.
Many analysts have compared Davis and Mario Barrios, where Davis's compact explosiveness collides with Barrios's rangy versatility. Davis, the 55 southpaw slugger, brought his trademark precision and power into the ring, landing 45% of his power punches and scoring 3 knockdowns en route to a dramatic 11th round TKO. Observers noted that while Barrios, standing nearly 6 and taller, consistently out-jabbed Davis in 6 of the first 10 rounds, his jab often lacked the sting to discourage Tank's relentless inside game. Stylistically, analysts highlighted how Davis expertly baited Barrios into coming forward and then capitalized by slipping his jab and delivering bone-crushing counterhooks and uppercuts to both head and body. Barrios's performance earned respect, too. His defensive guard held up under pressure, and he repeatedly rose from knockdowns, proving himself battle-tested.
And what time is it, y'all? Time to start a debate inside a barbershop. We're gonna pit Mario Barrios against Tank Gervonta Davis. Yes, sir. Starting with the champion, the pride and joy of San Antonio, Texas, Mario Barrios. He stands at 5'10" with a 71-inch reach. He's currently undefeated at 26-0 with 17 knockouts. He is the man that holds the WBA regular junior welterweight championship belt. The challenger, representing Baltimore, Maryland, Tank Gervonta Davis. He stands at 5'5.5" with a 67.5-inch reach. His record, 24-0 with 23 knockouts. Wait a minute, don't be so quick to throw this guy under the bus. Yes, we know Tank Gervonta Davis is a knockout machine, but he's only ever knocked out people he can weight bully. What happens when he has to go up 2 weight classes, gives up 5 inches in height and almost 4 inches in reach to a man who can establish his jab well, knows his distance, and puts in good body work? Oh, did I mention he's also coached by Virgil Hunter? That's Andre Ward's coach, so you know he's going to come in there with a game plan. I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to pick him to win by 12-round unanimous decision. What do you think?
Tim Tissue was blunt in his assessment of Manny Pacquiao's July 19th comeback clash with Mario Barrios. Speaking after the highly anticipated press tour, the former WBO super welterweight champ admitted he can't see Manny winning. He emphasized that he thinks age is a big factor. Mario Barrios is a beast. 30 years young, it's a hard challenge for Manny. However, he also acknowledged Pacquiao's unpredictability, saying, "No, it wouldn't surprise me because he's Manny Pacquiao. He's full of surprises." CZO's comments underscore the underlying narrative. A legendary underdog facing a prime-hungry champion.
I think Barrios wins. I think young, and it's hard with age. But I think if anyone was going to do it, Manny Pacquiao's the man.
However, Pacquiao denied this narrative. He emphasized that his comeback fight against Mario Barrios is fundamentally different from his loss to Denis Yugas, mainly because he's now wholly focused, rested, and mentally sharp. Unlike in the Yugas bout where he admitted his legs were cramped and he struggled with range and conditioning, Pacquiao says this time he's 100% committed. In training, he's asserted his speed and movement are still there. Honed during a 4-year rest, he highlighted he is no longer carrying personal distractions and pushing 2 or 3 more fights. Fully energized by fire and determination to reclaim a title.
Tell us about your preparation for Mario Barrios. How is it different to 4 years ago when you faced Ugas?
The different, I'm more focused right now. No distraction, I really focus on the whole training camp and focus on stamina, focus on techniques. He is a champion. He is a fighter that, we cannot underestimate him. He's taller than me. He has the advantage, but, we prepare for that. Just watch on July 19th. It's going to be a good fight.
There's been persistent speculation, primarily from Floyd Mayweather in his camp, about Manny Pacquiao possibly using performance-enhancing drugs before their 2015 mega fight. Mayweather's side insisted on stringent USADA-style blood testing, suggesting Pacquiao's rise through multiple weight classes and retained power were suspect. Pacquiao pushed back, filing a lawsuit for defamation and insisting he would pass any test, even offering a $5 million fine if he failed. Nevada Commission official Keith Kaiser publicly confirmed that Pacquiao tested clean in every pre- and post-fight test. The legal battle ended in a settlement with Mayweather's camp recanting their steroid claims, stating they never intended to claim Pacquiao used PEDs.
Manny's a generational, talented fighter, but I don't feel like, he did it on his own.
I don't think Pacquiao took steroids. Really, the Mayweathers questioned it and drilled them on it, and that made people pick a side. I can't say that means Pacquiao was on something. And the reason why is because Pacquiao may have been the most tested fighter of all time. He never failed a test. Floyd did. So you're talking about a situation where now you're just saying he's so good that he must be on something. But number 2, Crawford said Pacquiao was knocking everybody out until he took the test. That was a damn lie. Pacquiao power went down after he went up. Pacquiao didn't knock out anybody at welterweight. That had nothing to do with the test. He went up and he ain't knocked anyone out at welterweight. He knocked out Ricky Hatton. That was at 140. Floyd knocked out Ricky Hatton. So that doesn't say that Pacquiao had steroid power. He wasn't knocking out anybody. Yeah, he was beating them up.
Major boxing analysts like Teddy Atlas have voiced both admiration and concern regarding Pacquiao's comeback fight against Mario Barrios, acknowledging that some fighters, especially legends like Pacquiao, get to skip the line. However, Atlas emphasized that Pacquiao's legacy shouldn't overshadow the physical realities of age. He said, "Some people get to skip the line. The problem is where he is in his life physically. God forbid something could happen to Manny Pacquiao at this point." Atlas respects Pacquiao's historic impact, but warns that physical decline can't be ignored. His concerns reflect the delicate balance between honoring greatness and recognizing the risks athletes face as they age, especially when returning after a long hiatus.
So you want to go and use that.
How old was Leonard at that time?
Leonard was only 32 years old when he fought Hagler. Yeah, he'd been inactive, but he was only 32. Pacquiao's 46. So right there you could, it ain't a good comparison. It sounds good. It sounds good, yeah, because Leonard did come back. Leonard did win a very close fight, a controversial fight, but a great fight. And Leonard was great. There's no doubt about it. And they cut it. He cut the line. He earned it. Leonard, you could say, and you could say Pacquiao earned the right with all his greatness to cut a lot of lines. Yeah, you know, I see it all the time. The other day I was at a benefit. The foundation was given something by St. Philip's Church, 155-year-old church, great church, do great work in the community. I sure as hell didn't know I was going to be talking about this. And they gave us an award for helping them in the community, what the foundation does. We don't need an award. We're privileged that we can help. But people feel they inclined to do that, fine. It's very nice. And your mom asked for a drink. So I went up to the bar to get a drink. I didn't realize that there was a long line. And so I went right to the front, not understanding that I passed the line. And then a friend of mine said, you cut the line. And the whole line said, Teddy, that's okay. I said, no, I didn't realize I cut the line. I'll go back. So I went back, I waited in line. But they were going to allow me to cut the line. I guess because I'm handsome. I guess because I had a nice suit on. I had a nice tie. Whatever. But out of some kind of respect, which I really appreciate, whether I deserve it or not, they were letting me cut the line. So I understand that some people get the privilege, they get the respect, the allowance of cutting a line.
Mario Barrios reacted to his first face-off with Manny Pacquiao by acknowledging the surreal nature of the moment. He admitted it was strange standing across from someone he had watched since childhood, saying, "I've been seeing him face off with people since I was a kid." Despite Pacquiao smiling during their face-off, a gesture some interpret as psychological warfare, Barrios wasn't thrown off. He described Pacquiao as a very unserious person outside the ring, but emphasized that he knows Pacquiao becomes a completely different beast once the bell rings. He's very serious when he steps in the ring.
Yeah. You're a lot bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was gonna be a height difference regardless. I've been dealing with that my whole career. I mean, I started pro at 122, so I mean, I've always had, you know, like the height advantage of most of the guys I have fought. But I mean, you know, it's still dangerous. You know, he has fought, you know, plenty of people with my height before, and he's been very successful. So I mean, I know, like, it's just, yeah, I just gotta go in there and do what I'm training for.
Mario, you know, I can't recall who said it, but they said once Pacquiao gets you smiling, it's like he's got you or something. And you guys were sharing a lot of smiles. What do you think about that, man?
I don't know, man. I feel like I knew the face-off, just, you know, being in front of it. I've been seeing a face-off people since I was a kid. You know, he's a very unserious person, but he's very serious when he steps in the ring.
Hey Mario, how do you feel like you get in there? Let's say you do win. Are they gonna call you?
Yeah, you know, he's very unserious, but yeah, man. I mean, I know he's gonna bring it whenever we step in there. And but yeah, right now all the media, everything, you know, it's fun, you know, it's all smiles, but both of us, man.
When you first got to the pay-per-view level, there was like an adjustment period. You had to get used to it, and was there any nerves up there? Because this is even another level than the Tank fight and the Thurman fight.
Nah, no nerves. Like how you said, you know, I think those fights, you know, have only, you know, prepared me, you know, for this level. And now, you know, doing like all this media stuff, like, I mean, I've always hated this, right? I still do, but I've definitely, you know, gotten a lot more comfortable with it, or just used to it.
All right, guys, last question, guys. The Tank fight that you learned with the slick, fast southpaw with lightning fast hands. What do you think you can take from your experience with Tank and apply it to Manny?
I think I could take a lot from that fight, actually, man. You know, like the way Tank, you know, the way he closes his distance, you know, the way, you know, like he worked off his speed, you know, similar size. I think Pacquiao might be a couple inches taller.